Sri Lanka. The pictures show perfect beaches, ancient temples, and smiling tea pickers. But that's just the surface. The real Sri Lanka is messy, loud, and alive with the scent of diesel, jasmine, and frying spices. My real arrival wasn't at the airport, but on a crowded bus, wedged between a monk and a woman with a live chicken. This isn't a vacation, it's immersion. Life on the ground is gritty, challenging, and more rewarding than any hotel. You're becoming part of the scenery. This is the Sri Lanka that stays with you. $600 in New York is a weekend. In Sri Lanka, it's a month, if you're smart. Skip expat listings. I found a room in a local family's home for $150 a month. My landlady, Anusha, became my guide. Street food is the secret. Kotu roti for $1. Rice and curry for $1. Fori per sows and towers. Local buses are wild, but cost pennies. Trains are slow, but scenic. The rest, sim, laundry, toiletries, fit into the budget. It's a simple life, but a full one. This is how you make it work. To know a place, go to its market, the real one, not the tourist trap. In Sri Lanka, that's the Sunday Pola. It's a riot of smells, jackfruit, dried fish, spices, and a wall of sound vendors shouting, buyers haggling, coconuts cracking. Here the supply chain is personal, farmers with dirt-stained hands, fishermen with fresh catch, women selling homemade sweets. It's not just buying food, it's building relationships. People return to the same vendors week after week. At first I paid the foreigner tax, but I kept coming back, learned a few words, watched, smiled, and paid in exact rupees. Soon I was recognized. Vendors shared new fruits, tossed in extra chilies. I became a regular, part of the Sunday ritual. The market taught me about food. Dozens of bananas, snake gourd, bitter melon. I saw meals come together from raw ingredients to fragrant curries. This is knowledge you can't get from a menu. The market is a living classroom, the pulse of the community. Stand still long enough and you feel its rhythm. It's messy, noisy, and utterly alive. Here you're not just a visitor, you're a participant. The market connects you to the land and its people. It's the heart of daily life, and it's where you truly belong. Forget what you know about curry. Sri Lanka's real flavors live on the street. Food is cooked in carts, tiny shops, and on makeshift grills. It's bold, cheap, and unforgettable. My days revolved around street meals. The king kotu roti. You hear the clang of blades before you see it. A spicy, savory, chopped-up masterpiece. Each kotu spot has its own style, and finding the best is a local obsession. Then there are short eats, fish patties, vegetable rotis, vadai, egg rolls. Perfect snacks. Always fresh and hot. Breakfast? A couple of short eats and sweet milky tea. Hoppers are another must. String hoppers or egg hoppers, eaten with spicy sambal, messy and delicious. This food isn't tamed for tourists. It's the real deal. Available on every corner. Eating here is interactive, communal, and always an adventure. You learn to spot the best stalls by the crowds. The flavors are intense, the price is low. Every meal is a discovery. Street food is the island's true culinary soul. It's where you taste the real Sri Lanka, and it's always worth the mess. To see Sri Lanka, you have to ride its public buses and trains. Forget private cars. The real journey is in the chaos. Buses are wild, painted bright, blasting music, barreling down narrow roads. Getting on is an art. Squeezing in, passing your fare, hanging on as the bus swerves. But you see everything. School kids, farmers, families, all living their lives. You're not just watching, you're in the middle of it. Trains are slower, more peaceful. The ride from Kandy to the hill country is legendary. Mountains, tea plantations, open doors, wind in your face. Vendors hop on selling snacks, peanuts, mango, hot vadai. You share smiles and food with strangers. Travel here teaches patience. Trains are late, buses break down, schedules dissolve. Waiting becomes an opportunity to watch, to talk, to just be. These in-between moments aren't in the guidebooks, but they're where the best stories happen. The journey is as important as the destination. You learn to let go, to adapt, to enjoy the ride. Sri Lanka's roads and rails are its lifeblood. They connect you to the country, and to yourself. Every trip is an adventure, every delay is a lesson, and every ride brings you closer to the real Sri Lanka. That's where the magic is. The real Sri Lanka isn't on the tourist trail, it's in the small towns. These places don't have fancy hotels or crowds of foreigners. Here, a foreigner is a novelty, not a walking wallet. Life moves slower, temple bells in the morning, shops closing for the midday heat, neighbors chatting at dusk. Every trip to the store is an event, but curiosity is friendly. A smile and a kohomata go a long way. You become part of the community, whether you mean to or not. The baker saves your favorite snack. The neighbor invites you for tea, which turns into dinner. You're invited to weddings, funerals, and local ceremonies. These aren't tourist experiences, they're real life. You're not just observing, you're participating. The contrast is clear. Just an hour away, tourists pay hundreds to be shielded from this reality. Here, life is messy, unpredictable, and real. It's not always easy. There's loneliness and misunderstanding, but there's also a sense of belonging no resort can offer. In these towns, you find the heart of Sri Lanka, and maybe a piece of home. That's what makes it special. A place is defined by its people, not its scenery. Living on a tight budget puts you in the heart of daily life. You can't hide, you're on the street, side by side with everyone else. That's where the stories are, like the tuk-tuk driver who showed me a hidden temple and refused extra payment. You are guest. This is for you. Or Anusha, my landlady, who taught me to eat rice and curry with my hand, laughing at my clumsy attempts. Her husband, the tailor, shared quiet evenings and broken English conversations about cricket and politics. Their kindness was real, not transactional. On a train, an old man pointed at my book, then his head. Reading is food for the mind. We shared a silent journey, just nodding and smiling. The juice vendor studying to be an accountant. Every morning, a chat about her dreams and struggles. These moments are the real souvenirs. They challenge your assumptions and show our shared humanity. People want security, a better future, and find joy in small things. Generosity is everywhere, even from those with little to give. Living on $600 a month taught me to be open, to listen, to connect. The stories you collect are worth more than anything you could buy. They stay with you long after you leave. They change you, and that's the real gift of travel. There are two Sri Lankas, the tourist version and the real one. The tourist Sri Lanka is polished, safe, and convenient. Surf lessons, tea estate tours, seafood dinners on the beach. Everything is in English, priced in dollars, and designed to be easy. It's pleasant, but it's like watching a movie instead of living it. The lived reality is different. Waiting for buses, struggling with language, dealing with power cuts and bureaucracy. It's seeing poverty behind hotel walls. It's not always pretty or comfortable, but it's real. The tourist sees a tea picker as a photo op. The resident learns her name, her story, her struggles. The tourist eats traditional food in a restaurant. The resident is invited into a home for a meal made with love. The tourist haggles for souvenirs. The resident builds relationships with local craftsmen. The perspectives are worlds apart. Tourism matters. It brings jobs and money. But the bubble is seductive and easy. The real rewards are outside it. Living on a small budget forces you to engage, adapt, and see the country as a living society, not a product. It strips away the insulation between visitor and local. You experience Sri Lanka, not just consume it. That's where the transformation happens. The bubble is safe, but the real world is richer. Step outside, and you'll never see the country the same way again. That's the difference, and it's everything. You arrive in Sri Lanka with a plan, a budget, a checklist, but the country has its own plan for you. It breaks you down, then builds you up. The heat, the chaos, the kindness, they change you. You learn resilience, patience, and the joy of a simple meal or a shared smile. Living on $600 a month redefines wealth. People with little possess a richness of community, family, and faith. Their generosity is humbling. The real treasures are human connection, kindness, and belonging. My advice: be humble, be curious, learn a few words, eat everything, say yes, and let the country surprise you. The best experiences are just outside your comfort zone. Sri Lanka gives you stories, perspective, and a new sense of what matters. You leave changed, with a deeper understanding of the world and yourself. A life measured in experiences, not dollars, is a rich life. The island leaves its mark, a beautiful, indelible stain. and you wouldn't trade it for anything. Sri Lanka is tough, complicated, and beautiful, and you're better for having known it.